Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Arc, home of your Algonquin College Wolves. Today, the Wolves will take on the Humber Hawks in the OCAA Final Four, a semi-final match, Seth. Looks to be great. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Russell Silverson, and to my right, as always, my color commentator,
Seth Poirier.
Oh, man, I'm excited, Seth. This is what we've been building forward to all season. 14-2 Humber Hawks, second in the West, taking on Algonquin Wolves, who are 14-0, undefeated so far. So far is
number
the main
one team
word.
in the country also, eh?
All right, number one team in the country for the CCAA. Obviously it looks to be an interesting match. It looks to be exciting. Number one player in the East taking on the number one player in the West. What else is there to really say? It's going to be a good game all in all.
It's going to be a good game all in all, Russell. And when you have MVPs playing against each other, all Canadian players playing against each other, we're in for a treat here today. We're going to see Deja against Kia all day today, offense and defense both ways. It's going to be great. Just like last week when Deja played against Brianna Pretty, same thing, but we're going to see it here today once again. So Algonquin's going to have their hands full, but Humber has their hands full too. So it's going to be a great game, and once again, it's going to be come down to the wire probably. It's going to be an all-around great game by both teams.
And taking a look, talking about some star players, both players, Kiowa and Deja McDonald, led their teams to victory in last week's quarterfinal match. Kiowa put up 23 points in an 84-62 win over the Loyalist Lancers. That would lead all players in the game. She would put up 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals, and 29 minutes, leading her team in minutes played as well. She's going to have another big game here today.
Yeah, 100%. She's going to have a great game, and she's been having a great game all year for her team. And if she plays what she's been doing all year, they're dangerous down the line. Same thing with Deja. You know, Deja's been. You know, we talk about Deja so much. Deja is Deja. You know what she can do. But it's the things that she gets her teammates involved. If she can get her teammates involved, absorb the double team and triple team, like we saw in the game earlier with Mohawk and Fanshaw. Maddie Anderson getting triple team at some points because she was doing a lot of it. So Deja absorbs that, able to dish it out to her teammates, find her open teammates, get those shots, and that's an extra thing that they could do.
And talking a little more about Deja Dalo, a double-double in last week's big-time 59-45 win over the Lambton Lions. She put up 12 rebounds going with it, so another double-double for Deja McDonald. 5 assists, 2 steals, and went 2 for 4 and 3-pointers made and attempted, so 50%. So a good all-around game for Deja McDonald, and just absolutely exploded in that second quarter. Buzzer beater.
Excitement. I remember the chills that we got from that play, man. That was exciting, phenomenal. But yeah, for sure.
And, you know, another player to talk about too, Piper Hathrow. She put up 14 points, 8 rebounds, and Libby Hurst, 7 points and 13 rebounds. Those 13 rebounds were more than any other player in game. Tied for the most alongside Brianna Pretty, of course.
Yeah, 100%. Libby Hurst is one of those players where she's going to get at the rebounds for you. And when she does, she's averaging 6.8 rebounds a game. And she helps create those second chance opportunities on the offensive side of the board. And defensively, when she gets those rebounds, she's taking away her opponent for able to produce those extra points, and then she transitions that defense into offense and able to go down the lane from there. So watch her today getting those rebounds, setting up her teammates, and going from there. She's done a great job so far this year.
She's going to have a big game today. You know, if the Wolves want to make their second straight finals appearance, and Humber, if we're looking at them, they're looking to make their third finals appearance in 4 years. They didn't make it last year. They did the 2 years before that in 2022 and 2023. Yeah. And that was the year they won back-to-back gold. So they're going to look for a third one here.
Humber's going to be a tough opponent for Algonquin, and Algonquin's going to be a tough opponent for Humber. It's the teams, we're watching Humber this week. We've been doing Algonquin all year, but watching Humber this week, watching a couple games, you can clearly see it's a great matchup. These teams are meant to play each other. They're meant to go at each other. Kia versus Deja. Just watching it this week, I put in my head, I'm like, this is gonna be incredible matchup between both of these MVPs. But these teams in general, they play similar style offense. They play similar style defense, and it's gonna be great to see who can get the upper hand, who grabs the momentum, and who can do the best big plays in this game.
And what will each team have to do to try to get the upper hand over one another?
Well, if you're I'm losing my paper here. But if you're Humber, you need to you have to have your versatility on defense. You know, you're gonna have to play defense man. You're going to have to switch the zone. You're going to have to do some in-game adjustments, full court pressure. You're going to have to double team. You're going to have to figure it out when the game comes. How are you going to attack Deja? How are you going to, are you going to allow people to penetrate the key easily? How are you going to do, because we have some people that can shoot from beyond the arc. So how is that? How are they going to do from there? They gotta find the mismatches. They gotta find, how can I get Kia involved, right? How can I get these players involved? And from there, that's how they're able to really get their points. And they have to limit their second chance opportunities that their opponents are going to get. So when the ball's up, they have to get that defensive rebound. Don't allow Algonquin to come up, get that rebound, and get those second chance points. And if you're Algonquin, you really have to make sure that you have great shot selection. There's a couple times last game, some shots aren't the best shots that had to be taken. So today they really have to focus on that. There's 74.1 points per game this year. Their offensive efficiency is 0.993, so very, very good. But they got to keep generating those high quality shots. Their rebounding dominance has been incredible all year. They got to keep doing that. They're first in rebound margins, plus 15.7. First in offensive rebounds per game, 18.8 rebounds a game. Sitting 15th in defensive rebounds. So right there, they really got to work on that here today. And finally, they got to get to the free throw line. They're third in free throws made per game for 12.4, but only sixth in free throw percentage with 60.4. So for them, those three right there, they got to do that if they want to win. So Humber got to focus on those things. Algonquin got to focus on those things if they want to come out here with a W in this game here today.
And something else I want to highlight too, Sydney Moore and Sienna Miller, they're going to need a bounce-back game. We talk about them being like the secondary scorers behind Deja McDonald here, and they're usually really good at shooting. But last week didn't maybe get the ball look they wanted to. Sydney Moore went 0 for 7 on field goals, and 6 of those were three-pointers. She put up 0 points in last week's game. And then Sienna Miller went 1 for 9 on field goals and 1 for 5 for 3. So she just made one basket, and there was a three-pointer, which is good. But I will say this, they were committed to defense. They played a good lockdown defense. They had to neutralize a lot of fast players like Brianna Paridi. And so
100%.
So it was maybe a difficult more game to get them involved in the offense. But today, you have to come out and you got to have guns blazing.
Yeah, and you have to 100%. And, we talked about Deja, how the offensive game plan obviously revolves around Deja. Right, she's a primary scorer. 55.1% from the field. She's great from 3-point. Also 40, just right on 40%. But she's got to get her team has got to get involved. Like Sarah Miller, Piper Hatherall. And
she was involved last week.
And there was involved. They just got to keep getting there. Hatherall, she gets to the line at 80%. So these players have to get involved all together. And, there's a reason they're first in points per game with 74.1. There's a reason they're first in field goals made per game with 27.6. And there's a reason they're first in the league in three-point percentage with 34.1%. Because they're able to produce as a team. And we'll see here today, Algonquin has a big bench. And Humber, you see here too, there's another team that has a big bench. And we saw it last week when we played Lambton. Only 4 subs for Lambton. So you had Pretty playing 35 minutes a game. So for Algonquin, that helped them throughout here. But now they're playing another team that has that exact same thing. So it's going to be good for them to go from there. But Algonquin, they got to really focus on their style of game plan. And Humber has got to play their style that got them to where they are today. Because there's a reason they're sitting in the semifinals in the OCAA playoffs.
And one last thing to bring up too, Algonquin got off to a slow first quarter in last week's game versus Lambton. I don't think they can afford to do that again today here against Humber. I think you can obviously tell last week, Lambton playing with that shorter bench was trying to get a big head start so that in the fourth quarter they could maybe coast a little bit more and not have to be trailing in the second half. But obviously Algonquin came back in the second quarter, bounced big, and they were able to take the lead and able to pull away the game and tire out Lambton. They won't be able to do that here today. So they got to play heavy all 4 quarters and cannot afford to have a slow start like they did last
100%. Because then you're playing, when you're back against the wall, you're playing keep away, and that's not what you want to do. You really want to have your foot on the pedal the whole time. So like you say, I agree with you 100% that Algonquin's got to find a way to stay in with Humber. Humber's got to find a way to stay with Algonquin. Both these teams, we know that both these teams can take over a game really fast, and we'll see how fast it goes. But I'm expecting it to be a close game, nothing less. We're excited. We're here. Algonquin's playing Humber. It's going to be a great game. Let's see who goes up against the Mohawk Mountaineers in tomorrow's gold medal game.
It looks to be an absolutely exhilarating match. Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is coming soon. Wolves taking on the Humber Hawks.
Yeah, Show respect for your team's opponents. So you gotta show respect for the Humber Hawks. You gotta show respect. You gotta respect the officials.
Hey, Luc, jullie bent vertrokken. Jullie bent vertrokken, je bent
And make sure to never ridicule a player for making a mistake.
Je bent vertrokken, je bent goed. Hey, goed toe.
And always be on your best behavior. So now listen, quick round. It's your first time doing the best, and it's a playoff game, so I can't really be like as loud and in the place like I usually am. So when the wolf goes, make some noise with this. You gotta stomp your feet really loud. Team one, and then you go. All right, one more time, that was weak. Team one. All right, so the rope's gonna lead the cheers, and one more time for the All right, here we go. Wolves fans, welcome to the Jack Doyle Athletic and Recreation Center. For tonight's OCAA Women's Basketball Semi-Final! This matchup is between the Humber Hawks. It's your Algonquin! The Algonquin Student Association acknowledges that tonight's event is taking place on the traditional, unceded, unsurrendered territory of the Anishinaabe Algonquin people. Now at this time, if you're able, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national. Assistant coach, Assistant coach, Amber Mixer. Assistant coach, Jason Endico. Assistant coach,
Oh man, it looks to be a good game, Seth. Look at all the fans in the crowd here. It's going to be loud, it's going to be proud. And Humber wins a tip-off. Watt gets an early shot. That one goes in. First shot, first attempt, and it goes in. Kia Watt, OCAA West Player of the Year. Oh, it's taken away! And, almost that second back-to-back basket for Kia Watt. Gage McDonald almost caused a turnover right off the bat. That pass intended for Libby Hurst.
Right when the game started, Russell, Kia Watts get that ball, floats it in, drops it. It almost, Deja, like you said, almost forced the turnover, not able to get that point to drop. But you see, Humber Hawks playing full court press as of right now. Let's see how the Algonquin Wolves come out here.
Here's Sydney Moore, pass between the legs of Libby Hurst, and two players on the ground. Winter Josephs going down for Humber, but Algonquin will start back with the ball. McDonald over to Miller. That one's almost taken away. And Miller trying to walk, and it is stripped away, but it will get called.
Two quick fouls against the Hawks to start it off. Not even 30 seconds in the game, or actually 30 seconds in the game. So two quick fouls in the long run that could cost you a couple players, Russell.
This has already been a fast-paced game, just 30 seconds in. Miller walking the line, patrolled by Joseph, but here's Libby Hurst spinning around, trying to spin away, and that won't go off the glass, and it's picked up by Humber. Martin Brown will hand it over. Kia Watt has it, trying to quarterback this play. Hands it up, throws it up. DeBonic hands it back over. Baptiste, sorry. Hands it over. That one's taken away. Mallory catches it there, but Humber's still sticking with it. And that one will go off the glass and out.
Travel, Russell.
It will be called.
And you see that great defense by Deja McDonald. There's a reason she's the Defensive Player of the Year. There's a reason she's the All-Canadian All-Star for that right there. You see her move.
And another turnover back the other way. Humber going up. Oh, and a big-time block by Deja McDonald. And that'll start Martin Brown on the doorstep, but it will give up a free throw attempt, and a Humber a chance to go up by 4 now if they can sink 2.
Yeah, real quick, Humber has all the advantage right now offensively. A lot of forcing turnovers and getting to the rim. Algonquin's going to find a way to come out of it.
And early on, the full court press has been super effective. They cause a lot of turnovers.
It does, and so far Algonquin had 1 shot on net and not able to produce out of it. So Algonquin's got to figure out how to get out of it. It's only not even 2 minutes in the game, Russell.
That one will go in, and Humber a 3-point lead to start. Deja back, full court press in full effect. Libby Hurst will move it up. Hurst almost getting turned over, and she's guarded by 3 Hawks. But Sydney Moore will pick the ball back up. Guarded heavy. Hurst with it. Spinning around. Just along the inside. Katz trying to drive in the paint. Still up with it. Oh, and it's going to be turned over. And Humber will steal that one away. Going up with it. Here's Watt. Finding Bonnick in the middle. He's trying to push in. Will drive. That one's on the rim. Good display defense for the Wolves. Deja McDonald picks it back up. She's going to go back the other way. She's got time. Finds Katz. Stopping up. Going up. That one just off the rim is no good, but picked up by Libby Hurst. Miller has it. Miller, that one's picked up. And a 2-on-1 back to the wing. Deja's all alone to defend. Kia Watt going up. And they'll make the Wolves pay on that one. A 5-point lead to start. And Katz to McDonald. McDonald hurling that one up to Sydney Moore. She went over 7 in field goals here, looking for her first of the night. Libby Hurst shoots that one. That one's off the rim. Katz trying to get it, she can, and back the other way. Here's Watt. Deja McDonald trying to catch up. She will. Keep Watt to the outside. Humber trying to force in. And here's Bonnick patrolling the 3-point line. Looking around and finding Watt. Watt for 3, going for it. That one just stays outside. It's picked up by Libby Hurst. Gives it right back to Deja McDonald. Algonquin yet to have a point. Looking for their first. Deja trying to cruise by Sarah Baptiste, but it won't work. She'll go out of bounds.
Another foul, Russell, but Algonquin's got to really just slow down the game. Don't need to rush anything, but right now they're getting really in their head right now. Their Humber Hawks is really playing a great pressure defense, playing full court, and they're not playing their style of game. And so far right here, another turnover. That's a foul. 5-0 to start. Russell, we talked about it in pregame show. This is not how you want to start. You don't want to start this type of thing in the first quarter. They're already down 5-0, 3 minutes in the game.
Not the start you wanted indeed. And the Algonquin defense start here at the arc. Deja poking that away from Baptiste. She's guarding her heavy. Martin Brown with it now. Handing it back to Baptiste. Baptiste looking out, handing off to Winter Josephs, and that one falls loose. Kia Watt comes up with it, driving in the net, passing up, taken away by Sydney Moore, and Deja McDonald goes up. She's got Hurst, and she's got Miller with her. Miller pushing to the outside, working in, finds Katz, and that one's picked off by Baptiste, going back to the way, trying to walk Sydney Moore. That one just goes out the rim. Good defense by Moore. Katz gives it back to Miller. Bit of speed, here's Miller, stopping back, gives it over to Libby Hurst. Hurst guarded heavy. Libby Hurst going around, finds Miller, gives her time to shoot for 3. They need this one, they won't let it go. Katz gets that away. And McDonald gives it to Miller. Miller driving, and that one won't go. We'll go back the other way. Here's Humber, goes back away. Sydney Moore, a chance at the break. Humber playing good defense. Here's Moore, wants it for 3, going for, bang! Sydney Moore gets the first 3 for the Wolves and cuts the lead down to just 2.
That's what they needed. They needed to get 1 bucket to make them still in this game and just calm down. 5-3. Now let's just play a game defensively. Great shot by Sydney Moore. We knew she needed a comeback game from last week, a bounce back game, Russell, and that right there is a good start.
Went 0 for 7 on field goals made and 0 for 6 on 3, 0 points, but she's already got 3 on the night. And Wolves get the ball back and work it up court. Deja McDonald with it. Trying to move into the paint. Finds Sydney Moore. She's got time to shoot for three. That one will go off the rim. Katz pokes it away, but Kia Watt will come back away with it, and that one will be called.
Right there, Moore wide open once again on the right side of the court, beyond the arc, shoots it. That one does not go in, but rebound goes to the Hawks. You see Watt run down, gets fouled, and now 5-3 hits him close to when to start. A low-scoring game. That means defensively both teams are playing really good, and they're playing strong so far. The Hawks really playing a great full-court press, and we've seen how in the other semifinal game how the Falcons were doing that against Mohawk, and it was working for them a bit. But here, let's see if the Hawks can do something and in the same type of situation.
Humber with it now, patrolling the line. Martin Brown just outside. Gives it back to Bonnick. Curls that one up. Won't go, it'll go out of bounds.
That was blocked. It's gonna be Humber's ball at the baseline.
Kia Watt will start with it. Hands it back over to Bonnick. Bonnick looking to shoot that one and drains it. And now Humber up by 4 points. As Dage McDonald quarterbacks the play. Wolves made just one field goal so far. And that one pass intended for Kate Dahmer, but it'll go a little too far.
That's a turnover that you don't see often caused by Deja. Usually she's really able to control that and not force turnovers. And but right there she's able to.
Oh, here's Miller. Maybe a chance for break. Can she split the D? Won't be able to. Oh, and that one picked right by Martin Brown. Or sorry, Baptiste. Excuse me, I keep saying that wrong. Keep looking, I'm like, oh, nope.
It's all good, Russell. But yeah, it's a game so far right now. A lot of fouls by both teams. Both Humber at 3, Wolves at 4. Early in the first quarter, 5 minutes been gone by, 7-3. Algonquin able to get a turnover there, run down the court, but then gets stolen right back by the Hawks. So I don't know what's going on right now with Algonquin. They're not playing their game that we're used to seeing the Wolves play.
Well, Humber's been really aggressive on the pressures. They're able to just knock the ball right out of a couple hands. Libby Hurst, Deja McDonald, and they're just able to cause turnovers, and they made Algonquin pay. They got a lot of points from it.
Kia against Deja.
And here's Baptiste going for it. Hatherall picks it up, gives it to McDonald. She'll move it back up. Players moving up in transition. Hatherall had a big game last week, 14 points. 8 rebounds. Chloe LaPointe with it now. Driving. Tries to bounce that one off the glass and in. It won't work. And then Bonnick will try to keep it in. She'll just stumble a little bit and she'll go out of bounds.
Russell, both these teams are used to putting up over 70 points a game. Humber, 70.4 points a game. And Algonquin 74.1 points a game. So we're going to see a high-scoring game possibly, but both these teams play great defensively, so it'll be to see what type of game we have.
Dahmer with it. Guarded heavy, trying to walk in. That pass is blocked, but she stays with it. Finds Deja. She wants 3. That one's off the rim, and it will go out of bounds. And Wolves will get it. Gives it to Dahmer. She's got a little room, a little space. Hands with a Hatherall. She's heavily guarded. That one's off the rim and out. And Kia Watt will start back for Humber. Watt guarded by Deja McDonald. Looks to spin, looks to go around, and that one will slip right out of her hands and go behind the Humber bench.
Algonquin's got to find a way to get some points on the board because right now, offensively, they're not doing so great. Defensively, they're doing really great, but they got to find a way to get on the scoreboard.
Looking back, Humber trying to drive. Shooting that one's just off the side of the backboard. And Deja McDonald with speed up the middle. Yeah, she got time, walking in, and that one. And she'll get stopped, but she will draw the free throw.
And that's what Algonquin does really well. Last week, they did a very good job at getting to the free throw line. Algonquin is third in free throw made per game. And right here, trip to the line.
That one's good.
For them, they really got to get to the line. Algonquin, when they get to the line and they get to the free throw, they have a better chance of winning the games.
And Deja will go 2 for 2, and now the Wolves only down by a bucket.
Only down by 2, Russell. Low-scoring game. That means it's a defensive game, and we like to see that. We like those big scoring games, but we like to see a nice defensive game, and these fans are going crazy when it's on defense. It's incredible to see.
To the point, knocking that one out, but it goes right back to Humber. Kia Watt trying to walk in, and
She got hurt, Russell.
seemed to have stumbled and went down. And she'll get back up. A real trooper. Jessica DeHaan gives it to Hatherall. That one bounces off the rim. And Dahmer comes back up with it. Gives it Hatherall to McDonald. Guarded by Watt. McDonald going around the world. Won't work. And Humber will come back with it. Kia Watt. Went down, but is back up. Humber circling the line. Get around. Humber trying to find options. Kate Dahmer guarding heavy. Jessica DeHaan picking that one up. Guarded heavy, trying to give it to Deja, and she'll spin away and she'll move it up herself. DeHaan will just hand it over to Deja. Deja looking, trying to drive right to the front. Now it's picked right out of her hands by Kia Watt. And back the other way, wide open is Martin Brown. Oh! Piper Hatherall! Big time block! Big time moment! And wow!
Oh, Russell, they called a foul actually on that.
And they're gonna call it, you would be right. And the boos have erupted in the arc. They don't like it one bit.
That was an incredible block by Hatherall. You thought she had an open lane to go, and Hatherall said, "No, not in my house, not today." Does the foul, Humber back to the free throw line.
Martin Brown puts that one up. That one will bounce off the rim, but go in. And the drums erupting here for Humber. And Algonquin trying to rattle Martin Brown. And maybe this time it will work. Doesn't get that one. Humber to start behind the line. Bapti hands it off, and that one shot by Del Mundo, but it won't go. Kate Dahmer picks it back up. Trying to patrol, guarded by Winter Josephs. Guarded heavy. And Humber gets a call. Dahmer doesn't like it. Humber fans erupting at the arc. Winter Josephs back up for Humber. Gives it off to Bonnick. Gives it to Bapti. Gives it back. Joseph. Now shooting. Humber, and that one will just stay inside. Bonnick kept it in. And now pushing. That one goes over. Hatherall picks up the rebound. Under a minute to go in this first quarter. Sydney Moore has it. Has time. She'll shoot. Going up. That one misses. Dahmer tries to keep it in, but they'll whistle it dead.
48.4 seconds left. 8-5. Humber leading by 3. Let's see how this first quarter comes to end.
And now Now Kiowa with it, trying to drive in, all on her own. That one's up the rim. Hatherall gets it, but oh no, she doesn't. It's picked up by Bonnick, and that one will go up and over.
Great move by Kia. Euro stepping around the defender, not able to lay it in. Her teammate gets the rebound, goes up. Foul is called. Another trip to the free throw line for Humber.
Marley Bonnick will take it. Chance again. Chance to double the lead here for Humber. And now they're up by 4.
And Russell, she got the quarterfinal MVP versus Loyalists last week. Look to see if she has another big performance here today.
Katz just breaks free from Watt. They'll hand it over to Dahmer. Dahmer moving the ball up, tries to give it to Sydney Moore. Good defense from Baptiste. Just caused that ball to go outside.
Humber averages 13.8 steals a game. So a lot of defensive pressure obviously was shown by Humber. See if they can get some steals from there.
Sydney Moore pressured heavy by Watt. LaPointe has it. Chloe LaPointe to Dahmer. She wants 3. That one's gonna bounce and it just won't go. DeHaan has it. Just under 10 to go now. She hurls that one, won't get it. Katz on the rebound, just at the bottom of the glass, and it won't go.
Algonquin back to the free throw line. Able to absorb that contact and get another trip to the line.
Mallory Katz, look for her first bucket of the night. She has 1, looking for 2 now. That one's also good. And Watt shooting as the time expires. And she'll hit glass on that one, and it won't go.
And Russell, in this first quarter, low scoring, no team hit double digits, 9-7, Humber leading. But what's funny and what I realized is Humber seems like they have the upper hand so far. They've been playing better than Algonquin, but doesn't show on the scoreboard. Right, scoreboard only shows 9-7 for Humber. So Humber is just not really, it's when you look at it and you're watching the game, it's like, oh, okay, well, Humber's doing this, Humber's doing that. But Algonquin's still in it. They're only down by 2. They just got to make their shots. The first 3 minutes of the game, they were really fazed by that pressure, by that full court pressure. A lot of turnovers saw. The first play of the game, Kia gets the ball, lays it in, and then Deja gets a turnover. So it's a lot of those things. They got to just calm down, play their game, and it's fine. But defensively, talk about defensive game, you got a defensive game right here today. Both these teams have really focused on their defensive game plan, and this is what they're playing here today, because 9-7 is a really low-scoring first quarter.
It was tight, but Algonquin, you could even say they got to a slow start in this first quarter as well. Humber putting that full court press into effect right off the bat, caused a couple turnovers, got a couple baskets early, and maybe cut Algonquin off the toes a bit too. I also think playing in it with a crowd in this team of this size here, I know Algonquin is the home team, but I think that can sometimes be a little rattling, even if you are the home team. You got all this pressure and expectations on you. I think even the noise can rattle the home team, and I think we kind of saw that a little bit off the bat. But I think both teams have settled in well. It's a close score, 9-7. Wolves picked it up as the quarter went on. And I think we should expect even closer action in the second quarter.
Yeah, 100%. We see defensively for Humber, they're really pressuring Algonquin into making shots that Algonquin doesn't want to take. They don't want to take certain shots, and that's what they've been doing good so far here, and they're disrupting how Algonquin plays. And I just want to point out we have Deja Russell on the trainers table. That's not a good sign for if you're Algonquin. Hopefully she can come back soon and play and be healthy.
Hopefully indeed, as Humber starts with it now. Back to it. Guarded by Sydney Moore. Kia Watt has it. Guarded by LaPointe. Watt. Oh, that one's picked away. A chance of a break here for Sydney Moore. Sydney Moore driving, going up. That one will go in, and she's got another 2 points. And Sydney Moore is not a player that drives in and often, but it worked for her on this one. Actually, she's going to stop back and shoot for 3, to be honest. Here's Winter Joseph's going up for it, won't go. Picked up by Jessica DeHaan. Oh, and that one right off the hands of Kate Dahmer. A misfire, and it'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, Russell right there, that's a turnover you don't want to have. When did you get that rebound? She turned it right away. She would have saw she had her teammate running free towards the net, and now She tried to pass to Dahmer. Dahmer wasn't able to control that. It goes out of bounds. These turnovers that we're seeing in the first half for Algonquin, I haven't seen much of that. So you just got to get tightened up so they don't have more turnovers on them.
And here's Bapti, guarded by Moore. Moore keeping to the outside. She's going to drive, and that one's off the glass. Won't go. Battling for it. Gets it to Watt. Play is stopped again.
Another foul against Algonquin. First one of the second quarter. This is a better start to this first minute of the second quarter compared to the first quarter if you're Algonquin. Getting a bucket to start, playing great defense. So let's see if they can keep this going.
Bonick trying to work on Mallory Katz. She'll put that one up and she'll drain that one. Able to muscle her way to the front. Dahmer gives it to Moore. Moore to work it up. To Katz. Mallory Katz guarded heavy. Looking to work, finds Dahmer, who hurls that one up. Oh, and that one almost went in, but it just wouldn't go. And here's Bapti, back the other way, gives it to Watt. Kia Watt, oh, and a big time stop by Chloe Lapointe. Steals that one. And Sydney Moore has it now. Moore looking around, trying to drive, turning back. Oh, and they gave her time to shoot, but that one had a little bit too much power go over the net and out. Watt comes back for Humber. Watt, DeHaan. Oh, that one bounces off the rim. Watt will catch it as she went down.
Foul again against Algonquin. Head coach Jimmy McLean does not agree with that one, and the fans don't like that. Once again, the boos are going off and erupted here. Kia Watt goes to the free throw line for two.
Watt looking to put this one up. Fans get rowdy at the arc as Watt goes for a second shot, makes it.
Deja gets back in the game. Now we see, maybe we'll see a different type of defense playing by the Hawks because number 4 in white came in the game.
Donald, guarded by Bapti. It's the Cats. Almost gets that one knocked from her hands, but keeps with it. Lapointe. Chloe Lapointe driving, hurls that one up. Won't go, and DeHaan tries to grab it. It's picked up by Humber, goes back the other way. It's in the hands of Watt. Hands it off to Bonnet. Gives it to Bapti. Oh, and working the moves. It's Winter Joseph on Dahmer.
Now we'll get a charging call. Offensive foul against Humber. Algonquin takes over. They got a break there. Good move by Algonquin, absorbing that contact, having Humber do the offensive foul, the charge. Now we're back on offense.
McDonald will work it up. Trying to put the moves on Bapti. Hands it off to Dahmer. Dahmer to Lapointe. To Katz. Katz. Oh, and that's picked off. And Kia Watt will go back the other way, breaking free for Lapointe. And, oh, that one won't go. And then it's batted away by Chloe Lapointe as Deja tries to grab it. Almost fell right into the stands there, but she'll be okay.
You saw Kia get that turnover, force that steal. Force that turnover. She bounces that ball, runs with it, and I don't know if she heard the footsteps, but was able to lay it in. Deja not able to save it. Great hustle play. Humber retains the ball.
Humber with it. Watt from the top, just above the three-point line. Watt hands over to Bapti, guarded by Deja McDonald. Deja trying to get a hand in there. Won't, and the shot clock will expire. Wolves keep Humber to the outside.
Great defensive possession, forcing the shot clock to expire. That's all around. 5 Wolves players, great defensive possession. Getting the ball back on offense. still see here a bit of a full court defense by Humber. A little different, only have one player just meeting Deja halfway. Let's see how that works in their favor.
And here's McDonald, gives it to Miller. Miller trying to drive. He has no room, so circle back and give it to McDonald. Deja McDonald finds Kate Dahmer wide open for three. Oh, that one just off the rim, and it'll be picked up by Humber. Marion Martin has it. Guarded by Kate Dahmer. Trying to put the moves on her, work it around. Finds a teammate open. That one's off the glass heavy and picked up by Dahmer. Gives it right over to Deja McDonald. Dahmer back with it, stopping just outside the three-point line. Over to McDonald. She's got time to shoot for three. That one's off the glass and out. DeHaan tries to bat that away, but it's picked up by Bonnick. And she'll give it back over to Bapti. Bapti. Pressured by McDonald. Trying to get around her. A screen will give her time to shoot, but it's picked up by Katz. Katz gives it over to Deja McDonald.
Another rebound for Katz.
McDonald. Dahmer. Dahmer spinning away. Can't find a move. Gives it to Katz. She's pressured heavy. Finds Miller. Trying to see what she'll do with it. Gives it to Dahmer. She's got a lot of time to shoot for three. That one's off the back of the rim. And Jessica DeHaan will pick it up. DeHaan finds Miller. Trying to work in. Only 6 seconds left to shoot. Deja had it. 3 to go. Oh, that one's blocked away. A big time block by Mark Brown. And he'll take it right out of the hands of Deja McDonald.
That was a great block, but great ball movement. Way to get that offensive rebound, pass it out. Miller to Deja. Deja drives in. Great block by Humber. Algonquin has 1 second left on the shot clock. Let's see if we can get a shot off.
Have to work quick. Miller to Katz, shooting! Oh, and that one a double bounce off the rim. Gives it to Hurst. Oh, and that one slips on the hands of Deja McDonald, but just kept alive. Here's Megan McNamara. Back over to McDonald. Gonna try to work in. Curl back, finds Hurst. Working in, shoots inside the paint. That one will go! Big time point, Libby Hurst.
Great move, pump fake. You had the Humber Hawk defender jumping up to try to block it, was able to, goes right around there, drops it in, get a couple friendly bounces.
Trying to bounce, oh! Megan McNamara, big time block! And she'll swat that one away like a fly, and the fans will erupt here at the Arc.
Great block, we'll have a timeout called by Humber. 13-11 is your score, Humber leading, 4:52 left in the second quarter. Wow, what a defensive game. We saw 2 blocks, almost possession after possession. We saw block on Deja. Then we had a point by Algonquin. Then we come down here and we have a block in the Algonquin zone. So really strong defensively, Russell. I couldn't tell you I was expecting a defensive game here. I would expect a really high-scoring game, but at the end of the day, these are both 2 teams that come in here today, which are playing great defense throughout the year. There's a reason they're 14-2 and undefeated if you're Algonquin, right? So it's great to see, and it's great to see the emotion that they're carrying from the fans, right? The fans are high energy, and these players are taking that into them, and you see these big plays defensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what I expect from 2 14-win teams. Close back and forth, super intense. It has not disappointed so far. Kiowa and Deja McDonald hasn't disappointed either.
No, and one thing Algonquin's doing good right now is getting those rebounds. You know, they're getting those rebounds. They're getting those second chance opportunities. They're getting, you know, not allowing Humber to get another possession. But right now, it's really a back and forth game. Either Algonquin does a great play defensively, well, Humber's going to come right at you and say, we got a great play defensively for you. Vice versa offensively, right? So it's a great for them. Let's see how it's going to go right here.
And that ball will go right out of bounds to start.
Yeah, and Sienna Miller is one of the players that she has good hands, that she'll be able to get those steals. That's why this team produces a lot of steals.
Bonnick has it, gives it right back to Watt. Watt trying to walk in. She'll find Bonnick, thought of a shoot for 3 but won't. Watt trying to come in and finds a player, won't go. Watt just keeps it in. It's picked up by Miller. Maybe a break here for Sienna Miller. Gives it Deja McDonald. Circling back, finds Libby Hurst. Gives her some time to shoot. That one's off the rim. Rebound by Miller. And she gets her first 2 points of the game to tie it up at 13 apiece.
Great pass from Deja. Missed shot, rebound by Miller. Miller puts it up. Way to bounce back from last week's game.
Bapti trying to work the moves. Just can't find a gap.
And Algonquin so far, they're not allowing any easy penetration into the paint. And back-to-back possessions have been shot clock violations, and Humber's not even able to get a shot off in necessary time. 12 seconds left in the shot clock. Algonquin doing a great job right now, forcing Humber to hold on to that ball.
And now, shooting is Humber. That one won't go. Picked up by Libby Hurst. Spinning, finds Miller. Miller finds Deja at the half-court line. McDonald trying to work in, put the moves. Finds a wide-open McNamara, who then finds Miller. Miller trying to dish away, and that one's poked away. And then Bapti has it, and we'll give it right over to Kia Watt. Watt trying to find an option. She'll shoot that one for 3. That one will just bounce away. Picked up by Libby Hurst yet again, and Deja McDonald will carry it back up. Gives it to Sienna Miller. Miller to McNamara. She wants 3, and she'll get it! Wolves pick their first lead of the game off a beautiful 3 from Megan McNamara.
Great pass to dish it out, and McNamara does the rest. Nothing but net. All started with that defensive turnover, able to drive down.
Oh, and Libby Hurst a big block. Oh, and again stopping.
Libby Hurst is doing a great job guarding the net. No one's able to get a shot off. Easy on her, and she gets 2 blocks on that possession.
Miller driving in the net. Oh, and that one's blocked away by Mark Brown.
See exactly what he said earlier. Algonquin's gonna hit you with something, but Humber's gonna come right at you and say, we can do the exact same thing that you're doing, right? Both these teams are at the exact same level. They're great teams, nothing less, both of these teams, and they're gonna show you here why they're play great defense and why they play great offense.
Hathor on the basket. That one's off the rim. Hurst gets the offensive rebound. Trying to drive. Oh, and that one will just bounce off her foot and out.
Not able to control it. Not able to put it up. Leading by 3. 2:33 left in the second quarter. Watt with the ball.
Watt has it. Gives it to Martin. Martin hands it back over. And it'll go up, and it won't go. Miller has it. Gives it to McDonald. Deja McDonald looking around, trying to drive. Finds McNamara. Oh, and that quick pass was almost deflected, but Miller still gets it. On rebound, scooped away by Martin Brown.
McNamara tried to swing that ball to Miller, got tipped, was able to get that wide open 3-point shot.
Watt trying to drive, and a Wolves wall will stop her getting inside the paint.
Could be a carry. Great job defensively, like you said. Both players come in, squish Kia, and she carries that ball. Turnovers forced. Algonquin doing a great job at forcing turnovers here. Deja goes to the bench.
Dahmer back with the ball. Kate Dahmer just ahead of the Wolves logo. Trying to put the moves. Oh, she is. Almost lost it. Finds Megan McNamara. McNamara driving, and that one will just go outside.
Foul. She's on the foul line again. Algonquin's doing a great job all year and great job here today to get to the free throw line. They're going up to the rim. They're getting fouled. They're absorbing that contact and getting to the free throw line once again. Because Algonquin from the free throw line is 3rd in the league at free throw makes, and they're a great job with 60.4%. So they get to the line.
McNamara drains that one, and she's been really effective since coming into this game.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of these Algonquin players, they really focus on getting those free throws. There's a reason they're at the level they are when it comes to their free throws.
and drains that one too. Megan McNamara goes 2 for 2 on the free throws.
And McNamara is a player that doesn't have the most minutes possible. When she's on the court, her presence is felt, and she makes the most of her time.
Bonnick trying to find room to shoot from just outside the paint. That one won't go, but the rebound's picked up by Humber. Watt has it, and she'll shoot, and that 3 will be drained. And she'll get her squad within 2.
Can't let Kia open like that.
Oh, and Humber, a turnover caused back the other way. Here's Watt, finding open. And that one won't go. Great display of defense from Piper Atherall. And Kate Dahmer goes back with it the other way. Dahmer, more, that one, close call. Almost picked away by Watt. And this time it will out of the hands of Sydney Moore. She's got speed. Guarded by Hurst and McNamara. Hands it off to Josephs, and it won't go. And Watt looked down, hunched over. Can't believe it didn't go in.
Back-to-back possessions that the Wolves have defensively, that they're either getting blocks or getting, right, that Humber's getting fast break the last 2 possessions, and Algonquin's not allowing anything easy like that to happen. I'll see a timeout here. Watts, maybe a bit injured, maybe it's emotions, but back-to-back possessions where Humber is running with it, fast break, 2-on-1, and not able to finish with it. Either a block or we see here a turnover. It can't happen. You know, you get those fast break opportunities, you got to go out and you got to be able to score from those. And, you know, when you have players like Kia Watt and Sarah Bapti, you need to do that. And for them, for right now, the last 2 possessions, they're not doing a great job at that.
No, it's been a tight game. Wolves finally getting a lead. It will be tight. It's been tight, and, you know, you look at the Wolves, they've allowed a lot of turnovers, but good coming back on the defense, causing a couple blocks, not allowing them to score. We saw 2 in a row where Humber, good, aggressive play, coming back the other way, but just able to stop it, not allowing.
Yeah, 100%. And defensively for Algonquin, when it comes to defensive rebounding, they're doing a great job here today of not allowing Humber to get those second chance opportunities, right? Algonquin's ranked 15th in the league at 26.3 defensive rebounds a game, but so far here today, they're doing a great job. They're looking very well on that side of the board, and even offensively, they're doing a great job at getting those second chance points and getting extra, try to get an extra possession out of it.
Humber will start with the ball with 46 seconds left on the clock. Watt finds Bapti, tries to shoot that one and won't go. And that one I think was last touch on Piper Hatheron. Will go right back to Humber.
Yeah, another possession. Let's see what Humber has drawn up to try to get a points here.
Watt finds Bapti, trying to go around, has time to shoot. That one won't go. Rebound. 3 Hawks are there, can't come up with it. And Miller, can she keep it in? She will. And Miller, with under 30 to go, works it up. Guarded by Bapti. Finds Dahmer. Dahmer, look around, spinning, trying to find a move, finds Hurst from just outside the paint. That one will bounce and it won't go. And it's picked up by Humber back the other way. They'll move it up.
10 seconds left.
Bapti. 10 seconds to go, as you just mentioned. Bonnick trying to push. Hurst getting a hand in, and Bonnick will go to the ground. Trying to find Watt. Only under a second to shoot. That one won't go, and the Wolves will take a 2-point lead going into halftime.
Yeah, and Russell, that was a great half of defensive basketball. With not a lot of offense, you know, 18-16, but defensively, these both teams had something to focus on, and they're doing their game plan has been working to their standard, and they're playing great basketball. Defensively for Humber, you know, they're really focused on how to stop Deja, not allow her to dish out the ball, but beyond the arc, and have her teammates go from there. But offensively, Humber doing a really good job using Kia to really manage the offense, see where it's going. She's able to dish it out to her teammates, find those open gaps, but it's the start of the game for Humber was they wanted to be right in Algonquin's face, and they did a great job at that. First, the tip-off, Kia gets it, floats it in, Deja turnover, and they get the ball right back, almost get a point off of that. So they're doing a great job. They kind of step back away from that pressure. I don't know if you realize that, but they're not as on the ball defending as they were in the first quarter.
Well, the way I look at it for both teams is there's been a lot of steals and a lot of turnovers. Both teams really aggressive, getting the hands in. especially on Humber's side, they've done a really great job of just whacking balls out of the hands of multiple Algonquin players who are normally really good at holding on and don't cause a lot of turnovers, so don't allow them. But back the other way, you look at Algonquin. Humber's causing those turnovers, but Algonquin's really good getting at least 2 players back all the time and not giving Humber a real true break to put up points, and they've kind of stopped Humber from getting those fast breaks and getting those points.
Yeah, 100%. You look at Algonquin offensively. They're dishing the ball out where it needs to be. You know, McLemore comes in and hits a big 3, and for that really ignited the offense of how it is. And now they're leading. They're putting a lot of pressure against Humber because Humber's really turning the ball over. No, sorry, they're forcing turnovers. Algonquin's turning the ball over. They're fast breaks when they're not able to produce points off of it. That's when, you know, you need to produce points when you're 2-on-1. You got to put it up in the bucket. But defensively for Algonquin, they're doing great, especially the defensive rebound, where technically they lack a bit more in the regular season. But here today, they're doing a great job at keeping those balls and stopping their opponents of getting those points.
And they'll have to keep on doing that if they want to pull away with the win. Wolves up 18-16 on the Humber Hawks as we head into halftime. Don't go anywhere. Second half action coming up soon. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Arc. Second half action between the Algonquin College Wolves and Humber Hawks coming up. A tight first half. Wolves coming away just by 2 points. And it's been a low-scoring affair from both teams. Defense has been really, really tight tonight. Even tighter than the last game. We thought that was a close game. This game's even tighter.
100%. There's a reason why in sports we say defense wins championships, right? And this right here is why. Both of the teams playing great defensively. The pressure that's caused by both teams has making it hard to get points. Obviously, 18-16, right? And Humber's playing full court defense. They kind of laid back from that. Still playing their man. Algonquin, they're playing their typical, half court, not allowing anything to really go inside. They're really moving the ball like you saw those last 2, I believe, maybe 3 possessions before halftime. Defensively, Algonquin really moving around the 3-point line, not allowing Humber to enter the paint and able to force them to, not able to get a shot off before the shot clock runs out. So they're doing a great job defensively. Now let's see which team can really come out with points. And we saw McLemara get a big 3-pointer to make her team go up 18-16. So let's see what type of offense these teams come out of halftime with.
We'll have to see what adjustments can be made. Only time will tell. We'll see if offense explodes in the second half or if defense takes a spotlight yet again as Deja McDonald works it up just behind the 3-point line, gives it off to Sydney Moore, second highest 3-point shooter on the team. Behind only Deja McDonald, who averages 40% for 3. And Sydney Moore, she wants 3. That one won't go. And Katz tried to pick it up, but it's picked up by Bonnick on Humber. Bapti working up for Humber. That pass is swatted by Deja McDonald and just deflects it away from Kia Watt.
Yeah, and Algonquin there, Russell got lucky because you had Kia in the corner and you had Deja guarding her man, and Kia was wide open. So Algonquin kind of, I don't know where they went on and who was supposed to have who, or they maybe switched up to a zone, but Kia touched it last. It goes out of bounds, Algonquin's ball.
Here's Miller, guarded by Joseph. Giving it back to McDonald, who finds Miller. She was guarded by 2, but managed to keep it. Katz spinning, looking to shoot. That one won't go. Hurst tries to get the rebound and just can't get it as Martin Brown will send it outside.
Now let's see if we have a couple screens setting up to give the ball to Sienna or to Sydney.
McDonald looking to throw, finds Miller, just keeps that inside. Then Hurst, Libby Hurst, chucks it and it won't go. And that one will eventually go in. The Wolves get the first basket of the quarter.
Great offensive rebound, able to spin around, hook it up, drop it in. 2 points, 2016, Algonquin lead.
And Watt stepping back, going for 3. That one won't go. And Deja McDonald will come up with it. And maybe a 3. Oh, right down the middle. And right down Main Street and into Tim Hortons. Deja McDonald splits the D and sends her home.
You saw her right away. She got that ball. She took 2 steps and then she took off. And she broke the speed limit. She's going to have a ticket in the mail in 30 days. That bucket right there goes up by 6.
And I thought she would pass it off to one of her wingers on the side. Oh, here she goes again. Deja McDonald with speed, going up. Oh, and that one will not go. Just off the rim, but wow, what a play by Deja McDonald. Back-to-back breaks, and her speed's kind of been limited. She used her speed to a lot of her advantage last week. Hasn't got a lot of opportunities today, but there's 2 back-to-back in a row, and talk about if offense is going to explode. Well,
right
maybe
here,
the offense
exactly.
hasn't, but Deja McDonald definitely has.
Yeah, and I think Deja heard Kia Watt's footsteps. She missed that one, but again, she comes off limping. I don't think she's at 100% right now, so hopefully she can come back 100% healthy, but great play by her, turning great defense into great offense.
And Dahmer over to Sydney Moore. Moore guarded heavy, spinning back, gives it to Katz, to Dahmer. Dahmer looking around. Kate Dahmer trying to walk into the paint, finds Libby Hurst, who puts that one up, and it's been all Wolves to start this third quarter.
Great pass inside, taking the defender, bounce pass right to the corner, able to knock it in. Great play by Algonquin.
Kiowa trying to spin away and get that one up, and it will go. And that's a good answer here by Kiowa. Got beat a couple times by Deja, but this is a big answer to try to lift the spirits of her squad and get the first basket for her team of the quarter.
It's all been Algonquin so far. Kiowa trying to ignite a little fire in their team.
And Libby Hurst will look to shoot, spins, turns around, trying to work her way to the front, finds Miller. Miller's going up. That one off the rim. Katz bats that away, but Humber will pick it up. Here's Bapti working it up. Gives it to Watt, shooting for three. That one won't go. Picked up by Mallory Katz. Katz gives it to Dahmer. Dahmer to Miller.
Slowing down the game.
Gives it to Hurst. Libby Hurst. A little pass to Sydney Moore. She wants three. That one won't go. And it's picked up by Kia Watt, and it'll go back the other way. Watt tossing it up to Martin Brown, and won't go. Katz picks it up and hands it right over to Miller.
Great defense by Sydney Moore. Hands up. Not allowing Kia to get the Humber to get the ball up, and now Humber fouls, and it's going to be Algonquin's ball. Great pass by Kia to send it up, to set it up, but not able to finish it. You see Kia right now, she hasn't been playing a lot of minutes. She's only been out maybe 2 minutes here today. You can see her, every time that she gets, she's bending over, she's trying to catch her breath. You know, playing the game of basketball, you're running up and down the court a lot, especially Kia trying to get her team back in it. She's going to be playing big minutes.
Miller will walk the ball just above the Algonquin College logo, Algonquin Wolves logo. Hands it back to LaPointe. She wants three. Won't go. Heavy off the rim, and Watt will take it back the other way. She's got numbers. Going around, trying to step by Miller. Just can't put it up off the rim. Miller gets it, and she'll go back the other way.
Great defense by Miller. Hands up, now allowing Kia to get the ball up.
Miller, no sidestep. Finds Chloe LaPointe. LaPointe, oh, that shot's taken away, but it goes right into the hands of Piper Hatherall. But that one will also go off the rim. Bapti to take it back up for Humber. Trying to put the moves on Dahmer. Finds Martin Brown. Will hand it back to Omer. Omer, that one will just bounce aside. It's picked up by DeHaan, who gives it right back to Sienna Miller.
Miller slowing the game down. Let's see if this is another strategy by Algonquin.
Miller to Dahmer. Dahmer finds LaPointe. LaPointe circling, turning back, chucking up, and puts that one in. And another basket puts the Wolves up by 8 points.
Algonquin's Russell is a team that is going to set a lot of screens and go around them. Here we have Piper coming to set the screen, and she goes right around that screen, the opposite side of where the defender for Humber would think the screen would go. Goes in, lays it down, and gets the foul, and won 26-18. Chance to go up by 9 points if this goes down here. What a turnaround, Russell. Going in from the third quarter. This is the start that Humber had in the first quarter, and now Algonquin has all the momentum here, wanting to go up by 9.
And Algonquin's depth really showing here. LaPointe and Hatherall and Miller kind of taking over the game here as Sydney Moore and Deja McDonald off on the bench. But it's been a good game through and through. That one going up, and Humber can't quite get it. Omer is there trying to get it.
Travel is the call. Defensively, talk about the pressure, Russell. There's a lot of pressure in these players' face, especially right now for Algonquin towards Humber. Humber's, travel, carry, they're playing really well so far.
They have been locking down in defense and transitioning right into offense. Miller will hand it off to LaPointe, gives it right back to Miller. Miller. Hatherall looking around, finds Dahmer. That one almost snagged away by Bapti. Finds Miller. She's got time to shoot for three, and it won't go. It'll swish, but from the outside. And Humber hurling that one. It's almost bobbled, but they keep it. And Marion Martin quarterback this play, and the defense chants erupt at the arc for the Wolves. Martin trying to drive, put on the moves, won't get it, but Bonnick's there, and she'll bounce it off the glass and in.
Great play, getting the offensive rebound and going up, absorbing the contact with the two defenders, closing in, able to draw it in, get 2 points for her team. Now Humber with a foul. Third foul for Humber in the third quarter. Kia Watt and Deja coming in, MVPs for both respective conference, Eastern and Western Conference. You've seen it a couple times today, both of them going at it defensively and offensively. It's great to see two great players going up against each other.
It's always a great matchup. Deja McDonald now for three. That one won't go, and it's picked up by guess who? Kia Watt. Going back, here's Watt. Spinning, inside, outside, driving. Oh, what a play by Kia Watt. Putting that one, putting the moves, and putting it in the basket.
Only down 4, so Kia Watt's a player that, for Humber, she's able to get her team back in it. There's a little fire now with their team. Look at how they're playing defensively.
Oh, Deja McDonald going up. Oh, and that one will just not bounce her way, and Kia Watt will take it back. Trying to drive, Watt. Oh, and back-to-back baskets, and now Humber only down by 2.
Great play to get from your left to your right hand, lay it up when you saw the defender coming in. Great job by Kia.
McDonald guarded by Bapti, trying to walk in. Oh, and she'll get bumped, and she won't be able to make it to the top of the tower.
And that's a foul against Kia Watt for Humber. Deja to the free throw line, 26-24, 3:09 left in third quarter.
Deja McDonald takes her first free throw attempt. That one, no good, a misfire. You can tell by the release that it came off her hands.
Yeah, Deja 65.4% from the free throw line, 0 for 1 in this try.
And the second attempt, that one's also no good. Don't see that very often from Deja McDonald. And Leah Hurst, who just subbed on for Chloe Lapointe, will pass it over to Deja McDonald. McDonald finds Hurst. Leah Hurst to Deja. Oh, and they're telling Deja to shoot, and that one just won't go. Ran out of time. Great display of defense by Humber. As Kia Watt takes it back, guarded by McDonald. See what she does with it. Hands it off to Bonnick. Who gives it to Martin. Marion Martin. Guarded by Kate Dahmer. She's going to drive, throw it up, and puts it in. And we have ourselves a tie game. Wolves had the momentum for a while, but Humber puts it right back in their favor. Dahmer putting on the moves, finds DeHaan. DeHaan double teamed, and they'll be able to stop her from getting to the basket.
It's going to be a jump ball, Humber's ball. Great job by Humber coming in, hands on the ball, and able to force the jump ball. What a turnaround. Down 9. Going in, tie the game up 26-26.
And just when we thought Algonquin had all the momentum, Humber, a really great bounce back attempt. And they tie it all back up. Goes to show that they are also a 14-win team.
A lot of scoring in this third quarter, Russell. It's nice to see a switch, get points on the scoreboard. Obviously, something's been said at halftime for these both of these teams.
Oh, and a big-time block by Hatherall, stopping Bonnick from getting to the net. And Hatherall has been very noticeable, clearly picking up that momentum from last game, where she put up 14 points. Another big game for her today. Couple blocks, couple points, been really effective all around the court.
100%. Her defensive game is what's shining so far right now.
And that one will go in, and Humber reclaims the lead. Deja McDonald working around, finds Sydney Moore. She's got time to shoot for 3. Bang! Sydney Moore, a big-time 3, puts the Wolves back up by 1.
And that's why you don't leave her wide open, because shots like that, Russell, there's a reason why Algonquin's so good at the three-point percentage.
And Humber regains the 1-point lead. They're the first to hit 30 on the night.
First place. They're first ranked in the three-point percentage.
Leah Hurst wants 3 now. That one won't go.
She's fouled.
And she is fouled.
34.1% beyond the arc. And we see that right there, foul. That's just, we barely see that fouls from a three-point shot. That's one of the first ones that we see here today.
Humber was trying to be aggressive, right? Algonquin took the momentum. Humber had it. Now it's been really back and forth. The shots have gone back and forth a piece. And they didn't want to give her a chance for the Wolves to get another three-point shot because they're really feeding off the energy from these fans. Every time they hit a 3-shot, crowd's erupting. Algonquin's feeding off that, and Humber doesn't want Algonquin to get that momentum.
Yeah, 100%. Both teams at 30.
Leah Hurst chance to take the lead, and she will! 2 for 2, Leah Hurst making her mark on this game. And the third attempt now. And that one's also good. 3 for 3 for Leah Hurst. And Kia Watt will work it back up the court, just on top of the Algonquin Wolves logo. Spinning around Deja McDonald, finds Bonnick. Gives it to Josephs.
MVP on MVP on the top of the three-point line.
Yeah, it looks good. Oh, and finding wide open Bonnick. She's driving. Oh, but won't let it to go. Libby Hurst was there.
Bonnick goes to the free throw line.
She will indeed, and she'll have a chance to tie this game right back up. Teams trading baskets here over the last 2 minutes or so.
Both these teams really close in free throw percentage.
She'll drain that one.
Humber 60.8 and Algonquin 60.4 from the free throw line. So both these teams know how to get there and they know how to make it drop.
And the second one won't be good, but the rebound picked up by Kia Watt. She'll try to keep it alive. And she finds. Oh, and then Humber puts it in, and they take the lead here with under a minute to go. Bapti drained that one. McDonald driving to the front. Oh, and it just won't go. That's 3 in a row layups. Deja McDonald has just bounced off the rim for her. And Watt looking around.
Looking at the clock, just trying to control it, try to get that clock go down as much as possible.
Trying to drain and not give the Wolves a chance to come back. Looking around, patrolling the line, wants 3, won't get it. Bapti driving. Oh, and Deja McDonald trying to come up with it. She's on the ground. Tried to take off, but she just couldn't.
Russell, 34-32, 7.9 seconds left in the third quarter. Algonquin's got the ball. What do you think's going to happen here? A lot of time we saw Deja when there was 8 seconds left. She drove in last game in this before halftime. So what are we seeing here?
Well, you know, Sad, last time we didn't have a lot of time left on the clock. Deja McDonald did go end-to-end for a buzzer beater. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but she is their fastest player, so it would be the worst thing to try.
Oh, it's not going to happen. 4.7 seconds left, and it's going to be a double dribble against Algonquin. Another extra possession for the Hawks. Let's see what they do with it. 4.7 seconds left on the clock.
And a chance for some quick offense for Humber. And we'll see what they do with it. Watt finding Bonnick. Spinning. Finds Josephs. And it won't go.
Great defense by Sydney Moore. Hands up. Blocking that ball. Not allowing Humber to get the point there. Now we're going to fourth quarter. 34-32, Humber leading by 2. It's going to be a great finish to this game, especially if it keeps being the type of game that we know it is, and we know it's going to finish by. Man, what more can you say about how well this game is defensively? This is the type of games you want to see in a playoff atmosphere. You want to see the fans involved. You want to see the players getting involved on all sides of the court. You want to see them doing good, and they're using the fans in them, and I think Humber's actually using the home fan also when they're playing. You see them when they're hitting shots. They're using, I think, that as extra motivation to beat a team in their home stadium.
Well, there are a lot of Humber fans here. One of them even has a drum. He's hitting it right now, and it's been exhilarating to hear.
100%. Right now, Algonquin and Humber have been playing on the same level. Turnovers are really less in the second half, especially on the Algonquin side compared to what it was in the first half. So they got to keep that at the lowest possible, and they have a really good chance of fighting right to the end. But Humber's not backing down. They're down by 9 early in the third quarter, and now they're leading by 2. So Humber's not backing down, but these two teams have been in these close games a couple times this year. They know how to deal with it. Let's see which player, what moment, what in-game adjustment, what coaching decision is going to be the game deciding one, because there's 10 minutes left here. Russell, to decide who's going to play the Mohawk Mountaineers in the gold medal game. Let's see if it's the Wolves or if it's the Hawks.
And give credit to Humber. They've held Deja McDonald to just 4 points on the night. No one's really been able to shut down Deja as much as this as we've seen all season. And it's been spectacular to watch, and it's not that Deja hasn't been generating offense, but just Humber, just those little touches last second, able to just prevent her. That it's a game of inches, right? And they've just, those little few inches have caused Deja to not get a couple points.
And it's not one person playing defense on Deja. It's a whole team effort, and that's the reason why she's down. She's only have 4 points. She gets her teammates involved, but not really on the scoreboard as of right now.
And credit to Algonquin's depth. Deja McDonald had a big game last week, not having the biggest game points-wise today, but Algonquin's depth has really showed up. A lot of different players getting on the score sheet, and they've made this game really close. Oh, and that one's picked off. Oh, Jessica DeHaan almost had a break. Leah Hirsch tried to steal it away from Bapti, and it just won't go. Fancy Rupp, they got the call they wanted.
That's going to be backcourt. Algonquin takes possession. Sydney Moore out to throw the ball. Let's see what we can do offensively. What play are we drawing up here?
And Moore. Deja trying to spring free, and she will. And that bounce pass will bounce from outside still, and it won't count. Go right back to Humber.
And that's a turnover you don't want. You don't want those turnovers. You want to produce points, and right there, that's what you want. You get a free break going backcourt for Humber, and now we see Humber on the offense. Deja, Kia, 1-on-1 right now.
And Watt hands it to Marion Martin. Martin looking. Finds Martin Brown.
Foul. It's going to be the first one. I don't believe she was shooting, no, so it's going to be from the baseline. Sienna Miller comes back in the game. Man, 9 minutes is a lot of time. A lot of things can happen, man. A team can go up by 20 and the other team can come back by then. So there's a lot of time left on the clock. Both teams just got to play their game style, their gameplay, and go on from there.
Watt patrolling the line. And Marion Martin tries to shoot. Oh, gets by Sydney Moore. And finds an open player. That one, oh, and it just bounces outside. Miller has it, and will work it back up.
Both teams having a lot of misses. It just goes right in the rim and bounces right out. No luck for both of these teams.
Well, they haven't had as many times to shoot. This defense has been pressuring a lot. Oh, and here's a pick back the other way. Martin Brown, it's a 2-on-1. Can Sydney Moore stop her? She will.
But she fouls. Humber back to the free throw line. Sydney didn't really have much of a choice there. It's 1-on-1. Do you let her get an easy bucket, or do you force her and try to get a foul? And she's being aggressive, and that's exactly what happens. Let's see here what Humber can do at the free throw line. A lot of noise making here every time Humber shoots a free throw.
Yeah, you know, some fans are nervous, some fans trying to rattle. And that one, 2 high bounces, and it won't go. Martin Brown to go for the second attempt here. Fans get loud, cowbells are ringing, and feet are stomping. And this one will be good. Unfazed by the noise is Martin Brown.
Up by 3, 35-32 is your score.
And McDonald to Katz. Katz finds Miller. Miller looking back, under 10 to go on the shot clock, gotta shoot. Miller trying to move, driving to the front, oh, and it just won't go. It's off the glass and won't go in.
Miller gets fouled. She's going to free throw line. Great job by her of utilizing the screen that Algonquin is setting, going around it, put the ball up, doesn't fall, but she's at the free throw line.
And the first one will be good. Miller Again for 2, and she'll get it.
2 for 2, 35-34.
It's a 1-point game. Man, tensions are high, Seth. It's anyone's game here.
It's just which team wants it more. Who's hungry to get that gold, to get a chance to play in the gold medal game. Let's see here. Which team is going to be?
Deja McDonald, big time steal, going back the other way. Oh, Deja McDonald puts up the 2 off a beautiful steal.
We talked about it. We got to have key players, and big players make big plays at big moments. And right here, Deja McDonald, big steal, and that's the reason why she's a top player in the country.
And Deja McDonald will give the Wolves the 1-point lead. And here's Bonnick trying to push to the net, and that one will go in. And Humber takes the 1-point lead back. Katz to Miller. Miller looking to quarterback this play. Going around, just keeping it inside. Guarded heavy. Oh, it's going to be turned back the other way. Oh, but the refs are going to call it dead.
It's going to be a foul.
It'll be a holding call.
And I'm not mad at that, actually, because if it wasn't for Miller fouling her there, she would have had a clear shot at the net, and it would have been an easy bucket. And now Humber once again at the free throw line. Miller subs out. McLemara comes in the game.
Martin Brown, see if she can be unfazed by the noise again. Fans cheer, she misses that first shot. She hit her second one on the second attempt and her last free throw attempt. We'll see if she can do it again. And that one's also no good, and fans keep getting louder as she misses more and more shots.
Yeah, 0 for 2 there. 0 for 4 in the last 2 times she's at the free throw line. Now Humber's back with the ball.
And Bapti finds Martin Brown, gives it to Marion Martin. Back to Bapti. Bapti, Deja McDonald poking that one away. Won't be able to run away with it, but gets it out of the hands. And here's Josephs going for it. Big time shot as the shot clock expires, but it won't go. And here's Bonnick trying to walk in. She's got time and space, but won't go. Gives back Bapti. Another ball batted out of the hands by Deja McDonald. She's been hyper aggressive in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and the ref did a mistake. She thought that black line was the half-court line, and it's not. So now it's Humber's ball. She apologizes. 7:02 left here in this exciting semifinal matchup.
Oh, another steal by Deja McDonald. Back the other way, and it's in. Wolves reclaim the lead of a beautiful steal by Deja McDonald. And Humber with it now. Defense chance erupting in the arc. Here goes Humber. Bonnick trying to push in, putting the moves on Mallory Katz, and she drains a beautiful effort.
And there's a reason they're second in the league in steals per game.
McDonald putting on the moves, turning back, finds Katz. Katz to the paint, trying to walk in, and it's picked up by Humber. A break the other way for Martin Brown. Deja McDonald back. Oh, but won't be able to get there in time. Martin Brown, beautiful play. Puts the Humber Hawks up by 3. McDonald back to quarterback the play, just on top of the Wolves logo. And another play picked off. Humber goes back. Marion Martin's up, and she'll put that one in 2. Humber running away with it, starting to pad their lead. They're up by 5 points now.
Humber playing very strong defensively. Back-to-back steals.
And again, Marion Martin takes it away. And Algonquin had a couple steals in a row, but now Humber running away with the steals. Oh, and that pass is missed. Bonnick wasn't expecting to come back to her. And here she goes. Bapti won't go. And a free throw will be called.
Back to the line. McNamara tries to go, blocks it. 43-38, 5:23 left in fourth quarter. Russell, Humber took all the momentum out, and now they're pouring it defensively, making Algonquin turn the ball over, and now they're up by 5. Algonquin timeout. Let's see what's going down. Algonquin just got to calm down and focus on what they need to do. They don't need to do anything crazy. They just got to play defense, and they got to go and score. Don't rush anything. Just time is still there. There's still a lot of time left. You got to play with it. Free throw attempt is up for Humber. Timeout Algonquin. Man.
This is getting stressful. I'm starting to lose my voice here. So much action going on the court.
But this is the games you want. This is the games you want. This is games that are fun. This is the games that make it exciting. And this is the games that you lose your voice because of Deja with the steals again. But these are the games where you want to be here. These fans, look how packed it is. This is packed. The arena makes so many noise. It's erupting every time there's a big play happening. We need the fans to help Algonquin come out here, down by 5. 5 minutes left on the clock. They got to come out here. They got to come out here and play great defense, but they got to go put some points on the board because they're down on the scoreboard.
Teams look to take the court back. Humber's up by 5 after a couple turnovers caused. And we talked about the turnovers. We're a little tightened up here in the third quarter. Hard to come by. And this one, a lot more wide open for both teams.
100%. Now we're back to the free throw line for Humber. Fans making noise.
And Sarah Bapti will try to get 2 more for her club. The first one's no good. Humber has a 5-point lead with just over 5 minutes to go. Bapti going again. That one's good, and the Humber Hawks take a compelling 6-point lead.
Humber's 1 for 6 in the last 3. Free throw.
And it's picked off again. Bapti almost took that out of the hands of Megan McNamara, and it slips out of her hands and goes out of bound. Wolves struggling to get by the just tenacious full court press by the Humber Hawks.
Humber gets the ball back. Turnover was forced by them. Like you said, Russell, great pressure defensively. Algonquin's going to find a way to get around that defense.
And Josephs gives it to Bonick. Finds Josephs. Gives it over to Bapti. Hands it to Watt. Watt finds Bonick. Just under 10 to go. They got to shoot it soon. Oh, and finding Bapti, and it won't go. It's picked up by Hatherall, who gives it right over to Dahmer. And Miller has it. Miller controlling the line. Finds Libby Hurst. She's going to try to walk in. Drive. Won't go. It's heavy off the backboard. And Humber picks it up. It's picked up by Winter Josephs. Josephs spinning around Kate Dahmer. Putting the moves. Trying to drive. Puts it up. Can't get it. Humber still with it. Watt finds Bonick. That one won't go. She tried to go for 3. And on the rebound, Humber gets it. And now an 8-point lead with 4 to go. Algonquin has got to find some momentum if they want to get back in this one. Miller with it. Trying to drive. Finds McNamara. No, it won't go. Dahmer has it.
Foul against Humber. McNamara misses her 3-point offensive rebound by Dahmer. Gets fouled. 4 minutes left, Russell. It's one of those games going to come down to the wire. We have Deja coming back in the game. Let's see if Deja's presence can be felt. Let's see if Deja can get something going as we have an injured Humber player. Nothing less, Russell. It's going to be an interesting finish.
Interesting finish indeed. And, you know, it was a really tight game until it wasn't. Humber caused a few turnovers. And now they're up big with just 4 to go. Finds Dahmer. Dahmer with it, looks for options. And she's gonna try to run that, throw it up, and it's good! Kate Dahmer gets the Wolves to 40 to 9, and they're down by 6 still. Marion Martin, guarded by Megan McNamara, gives it to Martin Brown. Gives it to Kia Watt, who didn't want it but got it anyway. McDonald guarding heavy on Kiowa, trying to take it away. She will! Deja McDonald picks it up, hurls it down to Megan McNamara. Does she have a break? Does she have time? Yes, but the refs are going to call it off for a travel.
Great play by McNamara and Deja getting the ball. McNamara pump faking, getting the ball up, but she traveled in the meantime.
And fans erupting in boos at the arc. This is the loudest we've heard them all night, booing-wise.
Humber timeout. Jamie McLean, head coach for Algonquin, does not like that call whatsoever. But great pass by Deja. First of all, getting the steal and playing great defense on Kia Watt. Getting the steal, setting it up to McNamara. Great play by her. Unfortunately, she traveled there. It's going to be Humber's ball, up by 6. And I know we talked about last game how Falcons were down by 6, but time was not on their side. Here, time's on the Algonquin side. There's still a lot of time on the clock.
There's a lot of time on the clock, but Humber playing some really, really solid defense. Hard to generate. Wolves trying to drive to that basket, can't get it. Probably going to have to try and shoot from far. It's worked for them so far.
They got to start making shots.
We'll see if Sydney Moore will come out later in the game and try to drain a 3, but Deja's out alongside Libby Hurst, Piper Hatherall, Kate Dahmer, and Megan McNamara.
3:28 left in this fourth quarter. 40-46, Humber leading.
Deja trying to cause a turnover. Can't net it to go. McNamara's on Marion Martin. MM on MM. And going up, and it won't go. Rebounds picked up by McNamara. Going back, gives it to McDonald. Finds Dahmer. And Dahmer working it up. Oh, pushing away. And they want to call, but they won't get it. Finding Hurst. Libby Hurst pushing in, driving. And that one's good. Wolves only down by 4. Just under 3 to go.
Great job by Dahmer finding Hurst. Hurst walks in the paint untouched, drops it in. Another 2 points for Algonquin.
And Marion Martin trying to put the moves on Megan McNamara. She wants 3. Oh, and it will go in. A great shot by Marion Martin. And the Wolves down by 7 now. That's a gut-punching 3-point shot. McDonald trying to drive, finds McNamara wide open, and it won't go. Humber picks it back up. Kia Watt has it, and they're going to try to drain as much time as possible. And Watt going around, spinning, trying to find a shot, guarded by Deja. Watt going up, won't go, and that ball will be tapped away and out of bounds.
Seven points separating these two teams. 2 minutes exactly on the clock. Humber with the ball at the Algonquin baseline.
And Humber, Watt has it, finds Bonnick. And Watt trying to push through, and Humber gets another basket. They've hit 51 points on the night.
Kia Watt is slow to get up.
Seems to have hit her knee on the ground. Hopefully she'll be okay and able to keep playing in this one.
And she gets up. Hopefully she'll be okay. She had a great game here today. Big reason why your team's up by 9 right now.
The Wolves would need a historic comeback to come back in this one. Under 2 to go. 9 points separates them and Humber.
Couple three-pointers, play great defense, but now with the 1:52 left on the clock, Russell, Humber is going to take the time down the clock, and they're going to utilize that in their advantage. Algonquin's got to. You see Algonquin playing fast, right? They got to come play fast, and they got to come out. But Algonquin's, they're going to play fast. They're going to try to rush things, but hopefully they take their time when it comes to certain things, deciding where to shoot the ball from and how to go from there. But only time will tell. 1:53 left in the semifinal game, second game of the night. 51-42, your score, Humber leading by 9.
And McDonald will push the ball back up over the Wolves line. They need points, and they need them now. Deja looking, finding Hurst, finds Dahmer. She wants 3. She needs 3, and it won't go. And Babti will go back the other way. McNamara guarding heavy. Trying to push. Finds Bonnick, who puts it up, won't go, and Hurst has it. Deja McDonald needs a burst of speed now. Deja McDonald looking, needs offense, finds Hurst. Hurst going, shooting, won't go again. And Humber goes back. Babti with it. Humber looking to move, trying to get to the front. Oh, and both players will go down with 59.2 seconds to go.
Foul call against Algonquin. Humber is going to go to the free throw line, I believe. 5 team fouls. Yeah. Algonquin's really hoping Humber misses D2's free throws.
And Winter Josephs will try to put a dagger in this game. Josephs going again, trying to go get another point. And she'll drain that one. And Humber with a 10-point lead with under a minute to go.
Humber player down again. She kind of jumped and her kind of knee, you saw that knee where she's holding right now, her right knee kind of bent awkwardly.
Hopefully she'll be all right.
Now Algonquin's down by 10. 59 seconds left. Russell, what are we expecting? The Algonquin can't take time. They gotta go and they gotta make shots. These last 2 possessions offensively, they had 0 points out of there. So here on out, they gotta get points and they gotta get. You need something defensively. You need something on your side to get out of here.
They need offense. They're gonna need it quick if they want any chance of tying it back up with just under a minute left to go. 10 points seems absurd to even think of to come back.
It's possible. We see it's happened already in the history of basketball, but 59 seconds is really not where you want to be if you're Algonquin.
And a couple turnovers back to back to back just a few minutes ago gave Humber a crucial lead after the game was pretty tight the whole way through.
We see Humber's getting up. Fans are clapping for her.
Should be helped off the court. Hopefully not too severe of an injury.
Jimmy McLean talking to his team, 5 players that are on the court, trying to talk about a strategy, try to figure out what can we do with 59.2 seconds left, down by 10. Timeout Algonquin. Man, they gotta come down there. They gotta get a 3-pointer. They gotta play full court press. They gotta get the ball. They gotta go. Right, they got to play fast, but they got to make their shots. These last 2 possessions, Russell, they didn't get anything out of it. At least if you got those 2, it would have been a different story here with 59 seconds left. But you didn't get nothing out of those 2 possessions. You're down by 10. Not a lot of time on your side, and you got to go down. And you know Algonquin's gonna foul, send Humber to the free throw line. but we got to score. I mean, I don't know exactly what's the plan is to score, but I know it revolves around Deja. So it's going to be running through her, something designed to get McDonald open shots in space, you know, whether it's off the ball, through screens. You know, she can stretch defenses, so I don't know if that's who it's going to be or someone else is going to come in and get something going, but I wouldn't be surprised if Deja's the one revolved around this.
As the timeout expires, both teams to take back the court.
Now
10
we're
points down, only a minute to go.
We're starting in Humber's area, Humber's territory.
Dahmer with it, gives it to Deja McDonald. McDonald doesn't have a lot of time. Can she make some last-minute magic? LaPointe shoots! That one won't go, it's off the boards. And Kia Watt picks it up. Watt, Wolves full court press in effect. And trying to draw Humber.
Have their own foul, she had no choice. Humber's gonna waste as much time as they can, so back to the free throw line for Humber. Not able to produce any points offensively if you're Algonquin.
And that shot will be no good. As Marley Bonnick try to get another one. And that one's good.
Timeout by Algonquin once again. 53-42, 11 points separating these two teams. Humber with the lead, 43.2 seconds left. I don't know what else we can add to. I don't know what else type of strategy we could talk about, Russell. Algonquin's got to get points, and they got to get points fast, and they got to play right in front of Humber's nose defensively. Either foul them or try to get a turnover. They got to do something because right here, time is not on their side at all. It's not looking good for them. Let's see what Jamie McLean has in store for his team. What play are we running? What are we doing? It's going to be cool to see how we're finishing.
Give credit to Humber. They've had just lockdown defense all night. The pressure's worked. And a couple turnovers that they caused allowed them to run up the score here and put Algonquin in a very, very tricky situation.
100%. Humber's been playing lights out here in the fourth quarter. Third quarter, Algonquin handed to them, I have to say. But the fourth quarter, Humber's really coming out, really playing with a A+ game so far. Algonquin's got to come out, got to get some points, got to get some fire back.
Oh, and that one's picked off. And Watt will take it back. Try to put that one up and it won't go.
Another foul. Deja foul. Kia Watt going over to make sure Kia's okay. Kia to the free throw line.
Watt will throw that one up, and the first shot is good. And we'll see if she can go 2 for 2. Watt puts it up, and it will be good.
Up by 13.
Don't need a calculator for that one.
Nope. Been working on during the reading week.
That's good. Deja McDonald putting that one up as time runs down.
Deja tried to hustle to get that ball in. Still her ball though. Yeah, still Algonquin's ball.
And McDonald will try to find an open option. Try to hold that one up. And Josephs will tap that pass out of the air and put it back out of bounds. And McDonald finding Hatherall. Hatherall spins and shoots, and she'll drain that one. And the fans will cheer for that. As time winds down on the clock. Watt going.
Foul on the play. Good shot by Hatherall. Flipping over, stopping in tracks, hooking it up. But foul on the play. Kia Watt back to the free throw line. 55-44. 15.1 seconds left.
And Watt back on the free throw line. And it's good. That one's picked up by Piper Hatherall and given over to Deja McDonald. McDonald trying to work it back. Deja McDonald trying to put that one up, and it won't go.
She gets fouled by Bonnick. Back to the line. Deja, 5.9 seconds left. Trying to finish off the season. Sorry, the gold medal quest right here with 2 points at the free throw line.
That one will be no good. Deja will try on a second attempt to get a point. That one will be good. With under 6 seconds to go.
Foul on the play. Humber back to the free throw line.
Marion Martin will take it. She'll chuck it up, and it will be good. And so try to go 2 for 2. She won't. And Libby Hurst pick it up, and Hatherall has it, and time will expire on the clock, and the Humber Hawks are gonna play for gold against the Mohawk Mountaineers. Algonquin's terrific season will come to an end after being ranked #1 in the country. They will fall in the semi-final, in the Final Four.
Third medal game, Algonquin against Falcons. Gold medal game, we got Humber against.
And it was a hard-fought season overall, but Humber will take advantage of a couple of turnovers in the third quarter, and that would make the game, and they would take the lead. That'd be too much for Algonquin.
Yeah, 100%. Algonquin came in the third quarter, and they started off really, really strong, Russell. They came out, they produced a quick point. They had even a lead from 9 points, but then they came out, Humber was able to come up, and for some reason, Algonquin started playing a little down, and then Humber came up and really ran away with it, and we've seen a couple turnovers late by Algonquin, forced by this really strong defensive game plan that Humber had. They did a great job throughout the day, and it's from the start of the game, their defense was on point, and it finished the way it is. 57-45 is your final score.
And now we'll hand it off to the opening ceremony, closing ceremony. Apparently the ceremony's not ready just yet, but fans leaving, and it's the most packed crowd we saw all season long.
100%. You're assuming it would be, right? You're in the semifinal. You're hosting the Final Four. You're assuming that you'd have everyone coming, watching, and supporting the team that's hosting it. That'd be this year Algonquin. But Algonquin, these fans are incredible, right? You gotta shout out the fans, man. The fans
showed up all year.
They showed up all year, and especially at the last game of the season. In this gold medal game, they got to play in the bronze medal game tomorrow versus Falcons. They had a great great run. They've been playing great, and the fans, man, they come in day in and day out. And you saw it today, a lot of noise. And these fans, volleyball, soccer, basketball, doesn't matter the sport, they come out and they support.
And now we'll hand over to Victor Paulo, who will announce the awards.
One more time for Deja McDonald. And your MVP for the Humber Hawks goes to Brampton's very own number 22.
Thank you so much for tuning in all season long, but the Wolves season is not over yet. They'll play in the bronze medal game tomorrow against the Fanshawe Falcons, and later in the day, the gold medal game, Mohawk Mountaineers taking on the Humber Hawks. Don't miss it. I've been your play-by-play commentator, Russell Silverson, and joining me to my right, as always, been my color commentator,
Seth Poirier.
and we'll see you tomorrow.